I was born in the Bronx. When I think of the Bronx, actually, when I think of the Bronx, I think of babies. That all these babies born and raised in the Bronx, they start out these little bundles of joy, these things made from love in most cases, and then they're raised in the Bronx, which is probably the most competitive, no bullshit place in the world. I mean, going to school there from grades 2 to 5, I think I fought 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, I was in a fight. Now raising my own kids, if there's a fight, what? Fight. But then in the Bronx, I mean, my dad would even say, "You fight this week?" I go, "Yeah, I had 2. He goes, "You win?" It was that competitive, that, I don't know. There's always a one-upmanship kind of vibe, either verbally or physically. And made you tough. Made you tough. And now I'm not saying the things I didn't like about the Bronx. I love the neighborhood feel, the mom and pop shops, Cohen the tailor, Pfeiffer the butcher, Katz's candy store, Pinky's Fime and Dime. It was all very cool. And weird thing too, as a kid in the Bronx, I like going to church. I'm not a religious guy. I'm big on God, but not religion. And I have nothing against people who are religious. And but I was totally mystified. I was raised by 2 first-generation Irish Catholics, and so going to church was kind of a mystical experience for me in the beginning. And then there's also the mystical experience of Yankee Stadium, which was only 6 blocks away, and my boyhood idol, Mickey Mantle. And I stole away to Yankee Stadium right after school, God, several times, like a week. I found out ways to sneak in. I snuck in so much that the groundkeepers would go, "Hey, kid, how you doing?" And I remember grabbing a bag of peanuts and running down. Mickey would be leaning against the wall by the bullpen in right center, and I'd say, "Hey, Mick, how you doing? Want some peanuts?" And he'd go, "Hey, just in time, kid." I remember he had always, his whole career, he had this injured knee. And I'd say, "How are the wheels, Mick?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm running on flat tires, kid. I guess I'll have to hit it out of the park." Anyway, I remember the feeling I had when we moved from the Bronx to rural New Jersey in Middlesex County. It was like farmland. And it was so different from what I was used to. I remember my first day of school. I had walked maybe a block and a half to the bus stop. I never took a bus to school. I always walked to school. And there was a group of kids standing there looking at me like, "Here's the new kid." And we got on the bus, and I guess there were assigned seats. And they didn't have a seat for me. So I'm standing, and the bus driver said, "Hey, just hold on. We'll make room for you tomorrow." And I'm standing there holding on with both hands, and this kid next to me goes, "Hey, the new kid farted." And I immediately punched him in the face. It was a different brand of kid. And I remember the bus driver stopped the bus. He came back and he looked at me. He just looked at me and he realized I wasn't being a bully. I was just reacting to this kid. And I realized I had to make some adjustments. And you really never let anybody pull you down so low to hate.